outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off, William Gay. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's the one that has to absorb the contact and as a result unable to hold on to the football.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. incomplete. Josh Bellamy, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll go again with Bell. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Now let's go. All right, now look. Leopard. Set. Green.
Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Philly, here we go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. We'll call the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Forced out to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They go with Howard again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the number 2 rookie rusher. Heck, the number 2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only... It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but... they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Danny Trevathan in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now it's Trubisky. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Trubisky will throw. A swing pass caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears cut into that lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And no good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A screen to Bell. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control. And the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Howard on second down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. 5 yards there, and remember, Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now.
On the toss play, Howard takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
No. Check. Patriots.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Got him, man. It's right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
A give to Bell, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The give is to Bell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles